So I bought this about 3 weeks ago to help with some really dark under eye bags. And I want to talk about some frequently asked questions that I've seen when I scroll through the product listing, as well as like answers I've noticed and then my own personal answers about them. So the big question that most of us have is, does it work? And it feels like the results are varied as far as comments on the listing, with like about 2/3 of people thinking that this has shown results for them, and the other third, it's not. So for me, for the cost, that's definitely worth giving it a try. It's not a super expensive product to start with. I have noticed some improvements in bags right here. In fact, if you go to my storefront, you can scroll down and see a video that I have made before this, like when I first opened up the product, and I do notice an improvement here. So like I said, I've been using this a little bit under a month. I use it in the morning and then not consistently in the evening. I'm trying to use it both, but I do notice an improvement like right here and then a little bit with my crow's feet here. So I'm 41, almost 42, if that's helpful information. But yes, for me, I've noticed an improvement, and it seems like about half to 2/3 of people also notice an improvement. Another thing that I have a list of questions over here. Another thing that I've noticed that a lot of people ask is if it reduces puffiness overall. For me, it does. It seems like there's some mixed results between other people. Some of it depends on just if the product works for them as a human. Some of it depends on consistency. But yeah, I do notice some mixed results in that the caffeine in this is meant to help with reducing puffiness. And then dark circles seem to have the same like 2/3 results kind of. So how do you apply it is another question. I think that that's a really great one. I apply it 2 different ways. So sometimes I put it right, I have makeup on right now, though it's a pretty thin, I'll go ahead. It's a pretty thin amount. It's the end of the day, whatever. You can kind of dab it on like that. I do find that the tube sometimes needs some warming up. If it's a cooler day, I live in Wisconsin, so those happen. Otherwise, sometimes I just put it on my finger and kind of like dab it in there, and then I bring it around. So like after I put it on, either way, I go in and dab it, and I find that that is really helpful. I'm gonna look at this. So the active ingredients, what are the active ingredients? That's a great question. I already mentioned caffeine to help with some puffiness. There's also retinol in this, and I believe there is hyaluronic acid. Let me double check. Yes, there is, which is like such a hot ingredient right now as far as skincare. So those 3 ingredients alone in your skin. But there's also provitamin B5, vitamin E. I had to make a list because I was not going to remember all these. But yeah, can you use it under makeup? Some people say that they notice it doesn't work under makeup. I've been putting it under makeup every day. I think for me, the biggest thing is making sure that it's completely dried after I apply it. Like I have it here and not here. So, well, right now you saw me apply it, whatever. After I apply it, I do notice some like tightening in my skin about 30 seconds to a minute and a half later. So I would say if you're putting makeup on, to wait until you're done feeling that first, because I'm assuming that some of the effects of the product working. And even though it's meant to be like a long-term thing, I do notice some like shorter term effects of like that skin tightening there. Does it cause irritation? I do notice a couple people say that it does. So if you're using it, 1, obviously avoid actually getting it in your eyes like any product. And then 2, just try a little bit. See it, how it feels on one side. Even try it like not right in your or near your eye right away. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, so please don't take anything I say as medical advice. But anybody could have irritation from those. Please read the ingredients and make sure. It doesn't seem like it's pretty common for people to have irritation from it, but it does seem like it's possible. So I hope that those helped with my opinions on the frequently asked questions, as well as some things that I noticed from my research, reading through a bunch of comments and reviews. Again, I hope that that's super helpful. I've really been liking this product, and you might too.